Welcome back to my 1978 Honda CB750 restoration series. Just to keep you in the loop, I don't know what I'm doing. If you missed part 1, be sure to watch that to get the full story behind this project.
As you guys probably know, I'm a new YouTube channel, so any support you can throw my way, I would really appreciate it. So why not hit that like and subscribe button right now, and then hit the bell notification so you can be notified when this journey continues. Thanks for your support, guys, and back to the show. By now, I've rebuilt and cleaned the carbs. Adjustment will come later. By the way, I found a good YouTube series specific to these 1978 carbs from a channel called Doc Jones Garage. Link in the description. With at least part of that work behind me, it was time to tear into the engine.
Until I got a case of YouTube paralysis. That's where you watch videos about what you're supposed to be doing in order to avoid what you're supposed to be doing. What I needed was inspiration. And I found it in this quote from Soichiro Honda. Instead of being afraid of the challenge and failure, be afraid of avoiding the challenge and doing nothing.
You gotta just go for it.
With that in mind, let's get this thing apart. All of this stuff was new to me. I tried to learn as I went along. So here's my book report after coming out the other end of this disassembly. With the valve cover off, we can see the cylinder head. I start by removing the bolts that mount the rocker arms, which are connected to the valves. Then the camshaft. Check out the inside of the cylinder block with these nasty pistons. And the cylinder head we just took off. This is going to require a bit of cleaning. Okay, that wasn't easy.
Next, I'll need to remove everything from the engine case. This includes things like the starter motor, the AC generator, clutch lever assembly, clutch basket, the points, the list goes on.
Look at that! Ooh, that doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty clean, man.
This is where some experience would have helped. You have to take the pistons out first, dummy. Seeing the inside of the engine really gave me an appreciation for precision engineering.
Oh, I see something there.
There are parts of this project where you just have to put your earbuds in and grind it out. Cleaning the engine cases is definitely one of those.
Well, if you ask me, I have created a little bit of a mess. But I do feel overwhelmed, I'm not gonna lie. I got really excited and started doing everything at once. And so now what I have to do is re-strategize and then kind of force myself to go in order. Okay, I finally got my brain straightened out a little bit. Before I just had things so spread out, I was just starting to get stressed out. So I think this helps me mentally to move forward. So that's a good thing.
I tried different techniques to clean and not sure if they were the best. The steam cleaning didn't seem all that efficient. If anyone knows of a better way, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Moving forward, you'll need a couple tools. I'll leave the Amazon links for those in the description. Now for the valves. For this, you'll need a spring compressor C-clamp. Simply use it to push down the spring and then carefully remove the retainers. After that initial clean, it was time to prepare the mating surfaces by removing the old glue and gasket material. I tried doing it manually, but I gave up and switched to Scott-Brite pads on a small grinder. I tried to be careful not to hit any one spot too much. And now for the cylinder honing. The goal here is to do 2 or 3 quick passes and to create a crosshatch pattern. I learned that this pattern helps retain oil and increase cylinder compression. If you're using a stone-based tool like I am, be very careful. You don't want to overdo it. First of all, I just want to say thank you to those of you who have already given me such generous support watching my first video. If you haven't watched that already, it tells the full story of this restoration. Go ahead and click on it right now and give it a watch. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please do that. I really appreciate the support. And continue to follow along my journey. There's going to be plenty of fun ahead. So thanks again and have a great day, guys.